Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel. In this video today, guys, we're going to be going through episode 6 of Limited Chat. We'll be picking up with the marketplace as it is. The pricing on Limiteds is a real hot topic at the moment, as well as just recent buys and activity I've had in SO5 and whatever. Hope you enjoy the video. At any point, guys, you laugh, you learn, you like something, whatever, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. Now, in the last episode, I put a lot of emphasis and onus on the fact that I really am enjoying not really paying attention to limited cards. So with all the kind of chat I've been kind of seeing here and there, particularly today, as point of recording, the 8th of November, it's a Monday, there's been a lot of chat around, you know, the floor and different pricing, as well as like the previous week as well. There's been a bit of chat that the pricing is going down on the limiteds, which is something to make note of, certainly. So just to reiterate, my whole strategy when it comes to limiteds is when I buy them, I'm not like, I think I've sold I think I've sold like one limited reward because it was a doubler. I had 2 Ishmael Canduces, but by and large, like, I'm not really selling limiteds. Any limiteds I buy, I'm kind of treating it like I would with, and again, I've used this analogy before, but obviously you can see all the crap around me and whatever, but there's some things that I buy that I don't really plan on selling. You know, I'm just buying it to have it, kind of thing. And you know, I've got some toys that will come out the box and I'll put them on display and have some fun with them or whatever. And there's some other ones that don't come out the box, and the point of that is, of course, resale value and whatever. So limiteds for me are very much things I can take out the box and fuck about with, and I'm not expecting to get much back from them, and I'm happy to kind of play by ear and ride on the seat of my pants on them, if that makes sense. So with that being said, where we left off last time, we just picked up Lautaro Martinez and the Inter Milan guys. Since then, I've had a notification through that I ordered a Seattle Sounders Jimi Hendrix shirt with Roldan 7 on the back, and I was kind of actively hunting the super rare at the time. And then it was like, oh, it's sold out, you're not going to get it till November or something like that. And I was like, oh, sack this. I thought I cancelled the order and got a refund, right? Obviously I didn't. So I got an email like 4 weeks ago, whenever I picked up these cards, 20 days. Yeah, so it's pretty much the day, 21 days ago, that I got that email saying, oh, your Seattle Jimi Hendrix kit is getting shipped. And I was like, oh, fantastic, I'm getting it. So I thought, brilliant, great excuse to go get a limited Seattle MLS kind of contingent. I don't really want to say stack because I've got another card in play, and I might get another couple of MLS cards at limited level as the price continues to go down on them, for not just the limited reason, but the whole MLS end of season has now happened, basically. But it gives me, when I get the jersey through, it should hopefully be while or before the playoffs finish, at least anyway. Hopefully Seattle have a good run at it, and at least I can maybe get some SO5 activity out of these guys and maybe bag a wee card or two and make a wee memory or two with the shirt, maybe with some of these limited cards, because that's the way I like to roll. I bought the Rui Diaz first, and I was so happy with the price, and then I realised he was injured at the time, so I've not actually really had much of a chance to use Rui Diaz. I think he played the last game week for me, but that was a rookie error. I just went out blind, and I was just like, oh yeah, Rui Diaz, Andrade, goalkeeper, I'll need to get Roldan, of course, and then I'll go pick up, you know, I just went round and picked up, you know, 6 or 7 of them quite quickly, and then I had to get another striker. So I went back to, okay, well, what other limited cards might I get? And I ended up finding a rookie limited forward that was playing and has been playing for Montreal, and Sanusi Ibrahim, and he's played for me a couple of times. I've managed to pick him up with some good scores since I've had him, but I don't think the other components of the team kind of lend itself for us to have an opportunity to win a card on those occasions, unfortunately. As you, I've kind of gave the game away with some of these, but I then won a Daniel Rodriguez, which is a really old card. He's definitely one of these guys that there's not really any point selling at this moment in time. But as you can see, champion Euro midfielder, Mallorca, fair enough, right? Whatever. But he can bang in some scores if they have a good game. And to win this guy for nothing, who can go in a champion Euro squad, maybe help me get lucky. And who knows what you could win in that region. With all the links coming to Celtic, I went and I don't know why, I went and bought a bunch of Maeda's Rapid. I lifted the floor on them really quickly, and then it kind of I was talking about this in the last video as well, getting deja vu of like when I did first join SoRare and I was getting started with limiteds, and when I bought those Dyson Maeda limiteds, I got real deja vu to like a power hour I went into, and I didn't really do much secondary market research. as the auctions were ticking away, and like I ended up paying more on auction than what was available on the market, and I got real deja vu in that respect, that kind of feeling I had, because like a day or two later more auctions had came out from AIDA, and you know the price of limiteds is kind of, you know, especially for Japanese cards in general, it has a rumoured transfer, which I'm speculating on by buying them, but no one else might be doing that. So the price on them went back down, and I was like, oh Jesus, I could have just waited and picked them all up for a little bit cheaper. And because I was buying multiples, a little bit cheaper across 2 or 3 of them can make a big difference to the bottom line. So anyway, I've got them, and he's banged in 100 this game week, and I had him in 2 limited squads. So fantastic. I think I captained him as well, so I may have actually got a card as a result of that, so that might pay off actually quite quickly, which is fortunate. I then went and got a rookie. I got 2 rookies from the Bundesliga, Clinton Mola, just because he's English, and Stuttgart have got a good little outfit there now, so coming through their team is definitely something to note. And he has got an L5 average that's not DNP, so he's knocking about. And then Koulibaly is just Dortmund rookie. That's all I know about. And then we won these 2 guys recently, Paxton Pomykal, who'll go into my MLS contingent, of course. Nice little limited to have. Again, no point selling him. He's so injury prone, but he does have such massive potential that, you know, for a limited that I've won, I can just put that in the back burner. And the Thomas Alarcon, if that's how you say it, can go alongside Mandagredo that I picked up for the Man City strategy. So, you know, I might never use him, but he's there. And if it's like a limited game week and Cadiz have a fixture, I've got 2 Cadiz cards. So, hey, we'll just put him in the back burner with the rest of them and just see how it pans out. Now, what I want to do, and I've not prepped this beforehand, right? But just with all the chat about the price of limiteds and all the rest of it, what I wanted to do, maybe not new auctions, that's probably not the best one. Let's go to manager sales, right? I'm gonna filter by limited, filter by favourite, and then go by recently listed, okay? Because that's just the way I like to look at the secondary market, is favourites and then recently listed, because they're normally the most accurate pricing wise in terms of current price of ETH, demand, etc. Now, for me to do this, it's an ongoing thing. So when I start looking at the market, I'm always looking at newly listed, and I make sure I follow up on that. So like if I look at newly listed today and I know what I get, like up to, I don't know, about 12 hours ago it was listed, that kind of thing. If I'm just digging through, when I come back, I try and remember a few of the cards, maybe like, you know, especially at super rare, it's very easy. At rare, it's kind of easy. At limited, I've got no idea how it will work, to be honest with you. But, and then just try and keep on top of it, so you're then seeing cards live as they come into the market, and you can get a gauge on pricing that way. I find that's the best. Eric Martel, it's nice and cheap. Johnny Bolivar, I've got him as a rookie and a rare. I kind of regret that after Unlimiteds came out, but he's so cheap in DC. Made the playoffs, I think, in the end, so he could be somebody to watch out for next season. Yeah, a lot of these guys are quite cheap, aren't they? Joan Jordan, wonder what he's been going for. Let's check him out on SoRare data. So this is JJ's price graph on limited. So as he came out and he was new to the market, he was kind of up and around the 0.017 kind of level, which is actually really good. And these look to all be kind of mainly auctions and whatever. And then, yeah, so he's came right back down. Jesus, man, look how cheap he is going for. That is mental. 0.006. Wow, man. Now he's an average, you know, champion Euro midfielder, but he's on my favourite list, and I thought he's maybe one to look at. And on the secondary now, somebody's trying to get 0.01 for him, which is whatever. Probably not the cheapest available, it's just newly listed, so I'm just looking for names that are popping up and seeing where they're at. Sven Botman, it's quite cheap as well, like 0.05. That's on the secondary. You know, I'm pretty sure we could look at that graph and see exactly where it's sitting, but I'm looking for if there's any other kind of interesting candidates. I wonder about Mbappe in terms of limited. So he's at 0.4 there now, which, you know, is something, I suppose. Now his price has actually been fairly consistent, especially over the last month or so. It's definitely taken a little backward step from that 0.6 to 0.7 range down to the 0.4 to 0.5 range, like we can see with that auction there. Some of these are France cards and such as well, so that's interesting to note. But yeah, definitely a little kind of haircut. It kind of stands true again with what we've experienced before with the rares and super rares. Is like good players are always less susceptible to market fluctuations as they are, rather than like footballing events or market developments, that pardon me, platform developments, that kind of thing. But I think there's some really good examples. Florian Wirtz will probably make the last example I want to have a wee peek at with. Now, Wirtz's graph is interesting because his price rise here is definitely in line with form, because when he first started getting limiteds published, it started the season off good, don't get me wrong, but it then started rattling out big scores, beginning spoken about all the media outlets and football analysis pages and accounts and all this kind of stuff. And then, as you can see, maybe the limited market itself is pulling him back down to kind of where he started off at, really pre-form, so that's there's definitely an opportunity there with a Wirtz, I would say, but it's maybe not quite as attractive as like the Joanne Jordan example. So I think with the three we've looked at already, we've seen like some high profile guys, champion Euro, all of them, and there definitely is a backward kind of move on it. Now, what I'm starting to think is, for the holes I've got in my gallery, what kind of cards would I be interested in getting? What kind of cards should I be thinking about going after? The Joanne Jordan definitely gives me a bit of inspiration. Look at that, man. 006, 20 quid for a JJ. That is, for me, brilliant. I love that guy. And yeah, I think there's such good options now. So I think, limited guys, I'm very much expecting to get much more competitive, because some of the best guys are very, very affordable, which is great to see, because when it comes to limiteds, I do just want to mess about with it. Goretzka still doesn't have any Bayern Munich limiteds yet, which is frustrating because his price has been held high. I think if I could get a Goretzka down to that kind of level, then happy days. Wow, Lautaro Martinez 0.06. Jesus, that is much less. Sorry, Amazon guy. That is much less than what I had him valued at when I picked up the pack for him, which was within the month. So that is a wow. Lautaro Martinez, that is a staggering fall. Let me go check that out on SoRare data. That'll be interesting to see. Now, I wonder what it's going to be like for Lautaro, because he does have bundles also. So I think all these blue dots are going to be like a public offer between two people. Yeah, so these are all secondary market buys basically. So yeah, the secondary market on him, it's hard to tell because he had, oh Jesus man, 0.023. Bologna's picked that up, so that's probably a mistype. And it's, yeah, so sometimes things like that can help like pull the price down artificially. And you maybe think, oh man, Lautaro Martinez is crashing, and that's, well, I suppose he is, down at 0.06. That's a phenomenal price for somebody like him. He is in bad form, I must say, as well. I've watched him miss a penalty the weekend, and whatever as well. So there's a few things at play there, but that is, wow, that is staggering. You can pick up unlimited. People are talking about Champion Euro, how competitive it isn't, and a lot of people are also forecasting that there's going to be a hybrid limited rare division at some point. And if you're not, for me, entertaining some of these Champion Euro cards, at least speculatively, for the possibility that there might be down the road a hybrid league between, a limited pro league where you can get a rare or two involved in it, you want to compete in Champion Euro, and you're not maybe having a look at some of these guys, I think you're absolutely mental. Now, equally, you might have went balls to the wall deep on limiteds when they first came out, and the price movements you're seeing now will make you squirm. I can totally get that. But as a supply thing, for by and large, a lot of them, I don't think I've seen a serial number at 200 yet. I think when you see one that's over 130, there's one at 160 there for Eric Garcia. It does catch your eye, because we're not used to seeing serial numbers that high. But so it's one of those ones. Tread carefully when it comes to pricing if you are looking to delve in the market. Like again, I said in the last video, like I'm not there to be able to do that. It's such a volatile space, the limited market, and you really need to be 24/7 on it, knowing what players have been undervalued, the fixtures they've got coming up, the auction patterns. There's so much to contend with in terms of what affects the pricing, the velocity of the market on them as well, how quickly you can trade in and out of them, as well as the pricing of them in general. That goes into, I've just not got the time to commit to that, and I've tip my hat to anyone that does, of course. But some of these are definitely becoming very much more appealing to me. A legend, David Villa, fucking pennies on the pound for what a legend card is. Now it's Valencia, it's probably the worst club he could have got, unfortunately, but I might pick up one of him, or even Shevchenko. I really like the Shevchenko cards when it came out. I think it's a really good picture. I love Shevchenko when I was growing up. He was probably my favourite player going. Yeah, definitely when he was at AC Milan at first, when he went from Dinamo Kiev, he was definitely one of my favourite players at the time. So I'm thinking about a Shevchenko and definitely a David Villa, as well as some of these other guys that are really looking appealing to me. Dudu Haidara. I might even just get a Leipzig bundle, and just because of how cheap I could probably get them all on auction at the moment. Problem with Leipzig is there's not very many powerhouse like scorers as such. But yeah, it's definitely interesting food for thought here, guys. Here is your comments from the last video. So hey Mai's in straight away. Another top video. My sweet spot has been 2 rare teams and 3 limited teams recently. So that's been a great little blend for Hey Mai in terms of the SO5 activity. So great to hear. Hey, thanks very much for contributing again. Ray Gudgeon just subscribed, watched a few of your vids over the last 2 weeks. First week as a limited player, fingers crossed I get lucky. Ray, if you see this video, let me know, did you get lucky? Did you win a card? Did you win a prize? Darren Oral, hey Quinny, I've just done a scouting, just seen the scouting video for the German League, got the wallet ready for it. Just need to lock in the targets. Good to hear it. Well, hopefully there's plenty more bargains out there. So if you have been patient and considered with how you're manoeuvring around, there's probably some good opportunities out there if it is limited you're looking at. Moldy, nice burger analogy. Lautaro Martinez is a very sexy signing. Love that. Dzeko is such a poacher these days. Will score for fun at Inter, basically, is what he's saying. Moldy, I think you made that comment 2 weeks ago. Dzeko's definitely bagged in some goals since then. Lautaro has been a good purchase, but he's not really paid off yet. And the burger analogy in the last video, guys, absolutely loved it. It's about, I just kind of fell into it. It's about 15 minutes in. It's an 18-minute video. It's about 15 minutes in. So if you didn't catch it, I just kind of fell into it when I was doing the responses to the comments of the video prior to that one. And it's very apt for what the limited market is. I might even snip it and stick it out there. But be sure to check it out because, yeah, it was good fun. I had to watch it back for doing the comments and stuff. And yeah, it was a wee analogy. I just fell out my mouth as I was talking. Luca Calabrese is loving the Italia jacket. Thanks very much. And Mikey Basson is congratulating us on the sale of the Undav reward that we got. We sold that for about half a coin or something. If you didn't see the October video that I just released, last week or something, be sure to check that out. In the comment section, guys, for this video, that'll be featured on the next one. Just let me know what your thoughts are on the state of the limited market. What's going on with prices? Is there something I've missed on my kind of superficial analysis that I've done? Let me know in the comment section below, and we'll pick up a limited chat 7 much quicker than we went from between 5 and 6. Like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.